Hmm. Now this one is going to be spoken, so um, discretion is advised. Um, Words were declared. Um, yeah, I don't know the significance or the consequence of really what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. Um, but I don't seem to have a problem um, with proceeding. And it's like, and I wonder, it's like, is there even a remote chance that I am doing damage? You know, it's like I will deal with myself, whatever suffering and misery I put myself through. It's suffering and misery I put myself through. I'm used to it. I know what's bullshit and what's real. Um, and a lot of it that I put myself through, it's just you know my own mind torturing and punishing myself for things that I have no control over, no say in. And it's my perceptions and my attitudes towards myself and this world and the people in it, and how I interact or don't interact, and how I feel about that. And its complications and the iterations. Still a bit unnerved, and I was thinking a bit today about being pissed off about how I was never properly diagnosed and told that I was okay being how I was, that I didn't need to, I don't know what it would have helped. I would have been probably, I don't know. I think it might have, maybe it was discussed that don't tell him because then he'll act different, or don't tell him because then he'll feel different, and become more sensitive, where I was already sensitive. He'll become more cautious, where he was already cautious. So people did things for me or around me that they thought was going to, were going to give me the best chance, going to help. They never set out to do me any harm. They just thought that me not knowing, because they didn't know themselves what they were dealing with, how I saw things or thought about things. Yes, he's a regular kid. Just treat him like a regular kid. Yeah, he's got some different things going on, but for the most part, he's a regular kid. Just let him go. And yeah, and so I treated myself like a regular kid, and I tried to act like a regular kid. I just watched how and observed how other children were and tried to be like that, and never really seemed to, you know, mm, it felt forced, unnatural, and phony. Imitation children. But I guess I survived. I don't know what proof there is, but apparently. In what condition, I can't say. In what fractured, fragmented reality. Um, but anyway, okay, now it's been long enough. So anyway, I just finished writing on the singular piece that is currently displayed, highlighted on a channel I frequent. And it's from over a year ago. And today I commented on it. I wrote a treatment, if you want to call it that. I gave it my attention, for whatever it means, for whatever it's worth. And I was respectful, I think, I hope, as I didn't want to I didn't realize what I begin to realize now. Just I only have a sense of it. And yeah, I can't compete with anybody, really. I can't be anybody, and I can't beat them either. And I don't want to join them. I can be myself, and I don't even have to compete with myself to be myself. So I can just be me. I don't have to worry about what anybody else is doing. And if what I'm doing and how I am isn't what anybody else is really, interested in or finds worthwhile or of value or interest, then there's not much I can do about it. It's like I can only really adapt and make concessions and compromises so far. And then it's just me being false. It's like diving too far. And it's like, I need to come back to me. I can't go too far outside of myself. I become less of myself. And I mean, that's not always a bad thing, but I always have to come back. I can't pretend at being other than who I am and how I am. It takes too much energy and focus, and I end up becoming frustrated and drained and just exhausted, and I get lost. So it's like, I don't have to pretend so much if I just am myself. It doesn't take as much energy to just be myself. And if that's not, then that's not. And I just know that I have, I can make time. I have time. And, it's like, a lot of people talk about, living and having a life, and, as far as like recovery goes. And, it's like, yeah, I'm alive, and yeah, I'm no longer drinking myself to death, and that's great. Good job, me. And maybe I've helped some people and continue to help some people in my capacity, which is whatever it is. And but for me, it's about not only just being alive, but having a life, and having a life worth having a life worth living, and also having a life worth sharing. Because I spend a lot of time alone, which is okay with me. And I was thinking about, it's like, as far as this life goes, I was thinking about today about, am I planning on leaving a mark? And I was thinking about, no. I'm not really trying to leave a mark. I'm not really trying to change the world. I'm not really trying to save the world. I'm just trying to live in it. and having difficulty just doing that, just living in the world as it is, as myself. That's hard for me. So it's like changing it, saving it. I'll do what I can, but I don't work miracles. So finding and sharing a life, that's what I'm looking for. Looking for, a partner, a companion, a collaborator. So, for whatever it means. And I don't think it's about being owed or deserving or it being fair, or like, yeah, pretty much like that. After everything that I've been through and everything that I've, it's like, no, I put myself through that. No one forced me to. I didn't understand. I still don't. And it still hurts. But I wouldn't be who I am today without having gone through exactly all of it. And as scary as it sounds, I like who I am today. As miserable and melancholy as I make it out to be, I like my story. It is mine, and no one can take it. And it's only the one story, and that's enough. And I don't have to worry about, getting things out of order or sequence or time or it's just the one story. It's just whatever I happen to remember, and the way I'm remembering it and how I tell it. Those are the things that change, because I'm a different person telling it every day. So what I remember, how I remember, in the context and the variables of everything else that's going on around me, or the nothing that's going on all around me, or the stresses, or strains. But believe it or not, I'm getting really, I like my life. Ooh. And what I don't like is the attention. I am getting, there is attention that I don't like that I get. And I don't know what to do about that. I guess people see me being me and being okay with it. Because being me is just not typical. And then, the fact that I am letting myself be seen being me, that's atypical for me, because I used to just, keep it and just sort of, and then being okay with it, letting people see me, being okay with it. That's, I think, what gets attention. Because shouldn't I feel bad about myself? Shouldn't I feel, guilty or shamed about being like me? No, I shouldn't. It's a good thing that I don't, or I'm becoming less shamed, guilted, for just being me. That's the world's problem. That's the world's deal. I didn't, there's nothing wrong with me. There never was. It was the world that convinced me that there was. Because the world doesn't like differences. The world does not like change. I'm not a fan either, but to be able to survive and and adapt and innovate kind of forces one to, or persuades. It's very persuasive to create alternate paths, treading grounds that others don't walk. So, there's no one behind me. No one knows where I am. And I don't think anybody can get to me. It is lonely, but it is safe too. No one's looking for me too, so there's that. Yeah. I haven't really fostered or adopted or started or developed any new relationships that need attention. The few little, or the few, acquaintances around here, they don't expect anything of me. They just assume I'm doing okay. And for the most part, I am. And the one relationship, I think I've got things wrong. I don't want to have gotten them wrong again, but I think I've gotten them wrong. I'm not wrong, but I think I have misunderstood. I can't believe it. It's like the third time. I guess, but, or maybe not. One of these days I might be right about something. And I really do think that I might be right about this one still. I haven't, that's why I guess I just keep on ignoring my hesitancy, ignoring my skepticism, and just blindly, well, not blindly, but I'm not allowing my own I don't know what the words are. Inability to believe stop me. I'm just going to just go with as is, as if. Why not? So, take it or leave it. It is what it is. And it's like, I am here. I have time. I am available. I am accessible. And, yeah. But, if that's not what is wanted, then that's okay too. That's when I need to just be told. And then I will then just go and do something else. And just, have had an interesting experience. I will write it down as having been an interesting experience, worth having, worth adventuring, worth navigating. And it continues until told not to. Or I might become too right now I'm at a stage where I am not being involved, informed, or included in what is actually going on with them. So I feel to be the stranger. But for all I know, I might be, extremely welcome and trusted. Invited to. Because I just experienced that just a few days ago. Because I had left. And they invited me back. I don't know if they know the significance of that. I warned them. It's like I still think it might have been a bad idea on their part. I'm not them. It is their life. It is their responsibility to make decisions for themselves that they think are in their best interest and in their best wishes. So, I don't know. Good luck. But it's like, I will do my best to be of protection and politeness. But this world, to me, is hostile, and my thoughts can become volatile. And I just don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with all of it all the time. And I get lost, and I get frustrated, and I get scared. And it has to go somewhere. And it might hurt people close to me. I like running. Running just tires me out. Writing is good too. I have to find some way to deconstruct myself, I guess. Destroy myself in a way. That's why recovery meetings are good too, for me being able to vent whatever it is in a constructive way, in a safe way, in a controlled way. It's like a controlled burn. Oh, there's a good one. As controlled as one can get. And also the fun part is telling people exactly what's going on without them knowing about it. They don't know anything about how it is I live and how it is I feel, except for what I tell them, of course. But there's no real, because I don't talk about that kind of stuff very much. And I definitely don't talk about, being autistic. And so, but apparently I'm able to share what I need to share in a way that alleviates some of my stress and gets me thinking about it in different ways and different perspectives, because I hear their perspectives on things that they're going through, and then it gives me, some insight on different ways of looking at things, and that's helpful. It is beneficial. It's only when I experience larger and certain kinds of, and it's like, oh, that's just too much. Too many people, too many voices. And people need, I don't know, so, anyway. So those are my thoughts. And this is a longer spoken word thing. Recording, offering, session. I don't really know what to call these. But there's a lot of them. So, they are what they are. I am what I am. And I was thinking about, it's like, I really need to put up warnings. Because I agree with that part. It's like, be very careful. Highly dangerous. Endangered thinking. Dangerous musings. Or maybe they're not. And I just, but it just seems like I don't know. But I've been left alone for a long time. And this is what happens. I guess. This is how people get to be this way. I always wondered how people got to be the way that they were. And this is how you get to be how it is this way. So you have to have a starting point of being a certain way. And then a whole thing happens. And then, so it's like for her, I don't know exactly how she got to be the way she is, but I like the way she is. And yeah, I'd like to know. I'd like to know the story. And I'd like her to tell me. I don't want her to tell me though through, I'd like to know personally, to be told. For me, not for an audience. An audience of me. That's what I would like. If I had my way or say. But that's asking quite a lot. And I'm just talking to myself. But anyway, we will see. And hopefully, I'm kind of hoping I'll know more I'll know something, maybe, soon. I hope they know. It is of interest to me, of vital concern, of significance and consequence. It's like I'm being very, very serious and trying to convey that. It's like as far as a relationship goes, it's like, yeah, I've got all the uncertainty, and it's like, but I don't want to say, so I won't. Anyway, no one gets this far in these videos, so I'm safe anyway. So, but this is what I was doing on Sunday night, December 19th, 2021, the day following the longest full moon of the year, the full cold moon, which is waning now, just barely. Probably still looks pretty full. I'll see it in a few hours, again. So, anyway, I should go. Until next time.